Good.
Yeah!
Yeah, let's do it again. Mom, we're live, Charles. Holy mackerel. This is crazy. What's going on? You playing that horn?
We don't need audio. You know what's up? We don't need audio to party, guys. Well, guys, it's 1989. Let me tell you guys, after 87, 88, 89 was kind of a shitty year. There's not a whole lot that year. So it's gonna be a lot easier.
You know what? I'm a little disappointed in 1989.
They gave up. They were like 87, 88, boom. They're 89, they're like,
It just didn't seem to work out, did it?
No, not at all. The one good thing you got about 1989, though, everybody, is it's the only year you had a Friday the 13th, a Nightmare on Elm Street, and a Halloween movie all released the same year. So
yeah,
there you go.
You had everything. So I don't know.
You had it all.
I think the 80s went out with a whimper and not a bang.
It went out with a
Yep. But that's okay. That's okay. Because there are still a couple of good movies this year. And,
couple of good movies?
And we're going to talk about them, aren't we?
How many? 2?
Yeah, I think I may mean that actually quite literally, that there were 2 good movies.
There's a few. I'll give you that. Okay, there's a few on here, but it's not like, 1987 where it like crushed me in my dreams thinking about all those movies. Who's on, though? Who do we got? Matt's on.
I don't know. What do we got? We got Todd Jara. We got Todd Seeley. We got Chrissy Gilliland.
Todd Lewis. We got all the Todds. David Dugas is on. Aaron's on.
Who do we have on Twitch? I'm having trouble.
I don't know anything about Twitch. Twitch. I don't know, guys. Twitch. But it's 1989, guys. So today we're going to give away 4 movies to say goodbye to 1989. So I got 4 Blu-rays, courtesy of Arrow Video here, that we're going to give away.
Sweet.
Smells like Charles, too, which is not good.
Should we go ahead and kick it off? Let's kick it off, man, with the first one.
Put them right here. I'm going to put one right here, one right here, one right here for right now. All right.
So the first one came out January 13th, 1989. And I think what I want to do is I want to start this out with the trailer. Let's do this.
Do it.
Good evening, Walnut Lake shoppers.
It's closing time.
The store will be closing in 15 minutes.
But the night crew still has work to do.
Oh my God, we're gonna get in so much trouble.
Because there's one last customer who isn't satisfied.
No.
This creep keeps calling her. He's driving us nuts.
Leave me alone.
He wants to slash their prices.
Who's there?
He wants to cut their inventory.
You're crazy.
In fact, he wants to chop until they all drop.
I saw him kill Linda.
And now he's turning their retail store
There's gonna be one more killing here tonight.
into a wholesale slaughterhouse.
I'm just crazy about this store.
Intruder.
Okay, so the only thing that I don't like about this movie is the announcer on the trailer. He's chopping prices.
He's dropping prices.
Oh, it's so funny.
God damn!
That kind of
damn prices.
Oh, I think that about sums up 1989 for me.
Yeah.
It's that announcer's voice. But this is a fun movie.
Well,
it's a fun movie.
Yeah. It's a tongue-in-cheek horror flick. It's both amusing and stupid. It's got equal amounts of amusing and stupid. All you need. Plus, Sam Raimi's in it. Bruce Campbell appears in it. Ted Raimi appears in it. There's wonderful Scott Spiegel.
directed by Scott Spiegel. I just noticed your shirt is twinkling. Look at that.
It's my extra shirt. Here you go.
It's your extra shirt.
Ooh, it twinkles.
Well, Intruder's a lot of fun. Who's got that out right now? Somebody's got that out on Blu-ray, I think. Synapse, is it?
Synapse, I believe, has it out. There is finally it's been out for a little while, but I think it was about a little while back. Synapse released it finally on the director's cut, which is a good version. Intruder's fun. Sam Raimi and Scott Spiegel were like high school buddies, so they kind of stuck together for a while. And Spiegel is sort of known for co-writing Evil Dead 2, so he kind of pops up with that. And this Intruder was co-written by Lawrence Bender. Lawrence Bender went on to be a pretty well-known producer. And Spiegel, who directed this, actually introduced Bender to this little unknown guy named Quentin Tarantino. And then Bender ended up producing Reservoir Dogs. And since then, all of Bender's productions, all his movies he's produced, have been nominated for like 47 Academy Awards. So Spiegel's done a lot for us, apparently. So
what you're saying is it kind of worked out.
It worked out for everybody besides Spiegel. He was real good with making other people famous.
Right.
I read a lot about him like last year. Apparently he used to roommate with like the Coen brothers and Kathy Bates. I'm like, Jesus, dude, you're always at the shit end of the stick everywhere you go. I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but oh well. Right? That's the way it works sometimes. Welcome to Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood. That's it. All right, so next up, guys, is one of my favorites. We got March 10th, 89. March 10th, 89, The Church. The Church by
La
Mikel
Chiesa.
Suave. La Chiesa.
I've got the poster up for you.
We've mentioned him previously for directing Stage Fright, which is an awesome movie. Stage Fright is great. Mikel Suave, I mean, we mentioned him a couple shows ago. We're in detail, but the Church it's really great. Just like Stage Fright, there's some really awesome camera angles and shots in the Church,
which the Italians are really well known for.
Yeah, very very much so. This movie had a lot of people work on it, though. If you look up this movie, I mean, like Dario Argento, Roberto Bava, Franco Ferrini, they all worked on this movie, like whether it's a screenplay or a bunch of stuff. So there was a lot of people who had their hands in this, well-known people.
Todd Lewis is saying that it was originally meant to be Demons 3.
Yeah, it was meant to be Demons 3, and it was even marketed as Demons 3. So if you pull some foreign posters, it says Demonia 3 on it. And it wasn't, because he didn't want to do a direct sequel to Demons 2. But it's really good. The score in it is actually awesome. It's like this really weird, haunting, hypnotic score. And it was done by both Goblin and Philip Glass. I don't think we've had Philip Glass on a movie yet. And Glass is like 3-time Oscar nominated now, but he did the Candyman score, which is one of the best scores the last like 30 years. So
yeah,
really cool stuff.
Really good composer.
Yeah. I mean, you got a great cast in this. I mean, Barbara Cupisti, Asia Argento's in this, Hugh Corsi. Yeah, he was in Nightbreed Highlander. So it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I mean, I'd recommend definitely picking it up. It's a must watch. It's out there too. Amazon has a Blu-ray for like $18 or something from Scorpion Releasing. So do it.
It's definitely worth that for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
So March 17th, 1988. Oh, 89, sorry. I forgot what year we were in.
It's all the same, guys.
George Pan Cosmatos.
Oh,
directed.
no. Can you say it again? George Pan what?
Pan Cosmatos.
He sounds like should be on a list, not allowed near schools.
I think he's a Greek guy. That sounds Greek to me.
You said he's a Greek god? Is he a stud?
He's one of those Greek guys, you know. From,
Does he have ripped muscles? Like, hi Loyd, I direct films.
Yeah, well, that's what he is. He's the god of film. The Greeks decided that he was god of film, Cosmatos. But he did a little.
All right.
He did a little flick called Leviathan.
Leviathan.
And, Leviathan. Let's see. Do we have a trailer for Leviathan? Don't we?
I think we had a poster.
Oh, is it a poster? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we had a poster. German poster.
So I'm pulling that up right now. Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, it's a German poster. It's fun. Kind of plays a little bit on, some posters at the time. Has similar theme.
Charles, I wanted to let you know that Leviathan in German is also Leviathan.
Oh, crap! That's good to know.
That's just, a little insight there for you.
Where is Leviathan? I didn't see it. It's so good. This is very good movie.
Very good movie.
Very good. It's Leviathan.
I love Leviathan.
It's Leviathan. That's our impression of Udo Kier watching Leviathan. It's my favorite. It's just the favorite movie under the water. It's so nice.
Under the water. Under the water. Under the water. Under the water. What are we doing, Charles?
Leviathan is basically aliens underwater. It's another line of alien ripoffs.
You
not a bad movie.
stole what I was going to say, Charles.
Fine, say it. What were you going to say, Loyd?
Well, Leviathan was basically alien underwater.
Holy crap, it was?
Yep. Just 89
so you know. 89 was an underwater year. There was another sci-fi flick called Deep Star 6 that was basically the same damn movie. And then Abyss came out too that year. So the water was really big that year, guys. The water was nice. The temperature was right to go underneath the water.
Hey, thanks to Aaron Wojcicki for the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
Love you, Aaron. Love you, Aaron.
Leviathan, I can't remember which one. I saw one of these in the theater that year.
It's the one with Peter Weller, so.
Okay, I think it might have been the Peter Weller one then.
Peter Weller, Ernie Hudson, and Daniel Stern are in this movie.
Okay.
George P. Cosmatos also did Of Unknown Origin from '83, and I think he did Rambo 2, one of the Rambos. He Ramboed it somewhere. He was Ramboing. But this movie, Leviathan has really amazing effects, and that's because Stan Winston did them. So the effects in it are really top notch. They're really great.
Yes.
This movie benefited very much from the crew because there was a lot of really awesome people working this movie. I mean, it was written by David Webb Peoples and Jeb Stewart, and David Webb Peoples was already known because he wrote Blade Runner. And then he would be Oscar nominated for Unforgiven, and he wrote 12 Monkeys. So.
Oh wow.
Then he disappeared, like a lot of people. He disappeared after like '97. He was like, "Screw this, I'm out of here."
And what do you say about that? You say, "Welcome to Hollywood."
Welcome to Hollywood. And then the other guy who wrote it, Jeb Stewart, wrote Die Hard and The Fugitive, and then he disappeared. He was like, "Screw this, I'm out of here." Like, fine, we don't want you anyway.
Well, let's just hope they made a lot of money. And they retired comfortably. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're hoping.
This movie keeps going on. You got a score by Jerry Goldsmith, who we've talked about hundreds of times.
You love him.
You got Oscar nominated cinematographer Alex Thompson, who did Legend and Labyrinth. So This movie's like, how many people with skills can we get to make a movie underwater that's not working on Abyss right now? All right.
Well, you know what's crazy about those years that you see multiple films that come out that are all the same is that they actually, Hollywood does that. They actually will spy on other studios, and they'll go around and say, oh, this guy's, this studio's making this movie, and they'll spy on it, and they'll try to get all the information that they can, and they'll make their own versions, or a variation on that theme. That has actually happened several times, Charles, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I know it happens. Oh, I've seen it.
I watch you a lot, so.
Yeah, well.
Let's
Aaron
move on.
Wojcicki said Sean S. Cunningham directed Deep Star 6.
Deep Star 6 isn't bad, guys. It's not very good. If you had like two underwater movies in your hand, it was Leviathan and Deep Star 6. You just take Deep Star 6 and you go like that with it, and you watch Leviathan.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, Sean Cunningham's a great director.
Yes,
So that's a great one. It's pretty readily available. It's kind of out there. There's been a couple Blu-ray releases. Shout Factory brought a Blu-ray out a few years ago, and I think it's like $90. Like every Shout Factory movie we see is like $90 now. But this one seems to pop on streaming every now and then. I don't know if it's streaming now, but it does seem to pop on streaming stuff every now and then.
Weird.
So this is Peter Weller was trying to get over the fact he did RoboCop and nobody wanted to give him roles because he was RoboCop. So he really struggled.
It doesn't seem like we really have that problem in Hollywood anymore of people being typecast the way they used to be. That used to be a real problem.
Yeah, it was a real problem, but I feel kind of bad. But I like Peter Weller. I've actually met Peter Weller like twice now. He's always really nice. So
I met him once.
Well,
I kicked him in his balls.
He told me about that.
Yeah.
Actually, the story from him was you cupped him in the bathroom. That was the story he told me.
I was just like, RoboCop, I'm not afraid of you, and I kicked him in his balls. And then I just walked away.
Are you sure it was him and wasn't just like a random person on the street? Because you've done that before.
It might have been Peter somebody else, but...
It was Peter Teller, not Weller.
God
damn you, Peter Teller!
All right, let's go to the next one. I've actually heard of this one, Charles. I haven't watched it yet, but I know what it's all about.
Oh my God, you haven't seen this?
I have not seen it yet, but I've heard it's amazingly good.
All right, guys, we had something happen on March 18th, 1989. There was a movie that came out that was called, this is a great title too, 3615 Code Père Noël. AKA
Père Noël.
AKA Deadly Games, AKA Dial Code Santa Claus, AKA Santa Claus Killer, AKA Game Over, AKA Hide and Freak, AKA Hide and Seek, AKA Hide and Go Away, AKA Santa Claus Comes to Town.
AKA,
no more.
It's basically, from what I understand, this movie is basically Home Alone during Christmas, and it's much more violent.
Yeah, it's kind of that. The guy who wrote and directed this, Rene Manzo, actually sued Hughes Entertainment when Home Alone came out because he said they stole his movie. And if you watch this, they kind of did. This is like a much more graphic Home Alone. And they denied it, but I'm telling you, John Hughes has probably stumbled across it somewhere like, nobody's ever going to know if I take 3615 Code Père Noël because I'm John Hughes, and I'm going to make Home Alone.
Yeah.
Oh, you stole it.
Well,
look at that trailer, though. Look at that trailer. It's great.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's play the trailer, so I'm going to do that right now.
Do it.
Il a 9 ans. Il s'appelle Thomas. C'est un surdoué. Il croit au Père Noël. Il a 2 passions, les ordinateurs et les super-héros. 24 décembre, minuit. Caché sous la table de la salle à manger, Thomas attend l'arrivée du Père Noël. Mais ce qu'il ne sait pas, c'est qu'il est sur le point de vivre la nuit la plus terrifiante de toute sa vie. 3615 Code Père Noël, le film. Après le passage, le nouveau film de René Manzor.
I've heard nothing but good things about this film.
It's an amazing movie. It is an amazing film. It really is. It's like, and you watch it, you're like, Home Alone stole this damn movie.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
And Charles and I were talking while the trailer was playing, and you can actually watch this on Shudder right now.
On Shudder, under one of the AKAs, it's under dial code Santa Claus on Shudder. There's 57 names for it. So,
but how cool is it that Shudder actually has that movie available to watch? That's real
cool. They have it. That's really cool that they have it. Yeah, I recommend watching it because it's basically like a much more violent version of Home Alone and a better version. I'm gonna put it out there, guys.
Yeah.
So there's that. It's a French film, though. I mean, it is a French film. You don't see a lot of French, horror thrills floating around out there. So get on Shudder and watch it.
There are a few, and when you do find a French horror film, though, they're usually very good. It's because
they have a stinky cheese. They make the French movie.
It's all that cheese and wine, baby.
We don't make it the cheese, the French. We're making a movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but this is something that's on my list, and I'm gonna check it out very soon. So I recommend.
Todd Lewis says I repositioned my poster from last Wednesday. I did because El Diablo got me last Wednesday. Screwed it up.
Knocked it right the F down, right?
It did, man. It did. It did. All right.
We know what it was, Charles. You were just like, F this poster, and you knocked it over.
Screw this. I'm always like.
So next up, we've got a film from March 24th, 1989. This was a...
do we, Loyd?
Yes, we do. And this was something directed by everybody's favorite razor-fingered dream killer, Robert Englund.
Oh, the Tickle Finger Man.
This was... and this is something near and dear to me. It's called 976 Evil, and it's because when I was a kid, I called a lot of 976 numbers. That's really the only reason why. 976.
You're a dirty boy.
976 barnyard animals, 976 large
Pump and
memories. Yeah.
976 large Marge.
I was just all day like 976. What four-letter word can I put after that? And I dialed a lot of these, but
you were stinky.
Actually,
I think 976 turned into 900 numbers sometimes in the 90s. So if you guys are really young, you're like, what the heck's a 976 number?
Well, in the 80s, 976 was the equivalent of 900 numbers, and now the young kids don't even know what that is anymore. But basically, what it was it was a dirty phone call. Dirty phone calls.
There's a lot of divide on 976 Evil. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people like it. It's one of those movies. I actually think it was. I think it hurt it that Robert Englund was attached to it because I think people expected something for Freddy Krueger or something. It wasn't that. So it was one of the few things he directed to. He didn't really direct much.
I'll be honest. When 976 Evil came out back in 1989, I had no idea that it was a Robert Englund film. I just knew Stephen Jeffries was in it from Fright Night. And he also had a crazy little nickname in this movie, and his name was Hoax.
Hoax.
What was his nickname from Fright Night? Evil Ed or something like
Evil
that?
Ed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What I love about this movie is the movie theater is called El Diablo Theater. Which I think we need to rename our Saturday night screenings to El Diablo Theater.
El Diablo Theater.
Welcome to El Diablo Theater. We will show you all the classic Flickr pictures here.
I just read Richard Nettleton. He said, just got here for Barnyard Talk.
Barnyard!
976. Yeehaw.
Woo! You all got your pigs a screaming? You call 976. Yeehaw! We tickle your fancy.
Someone else that starred in this movie is Leslie Dean, who is also a Nightmare on Elm Street alumni, and she's also a Texan. Leslie lives in Texas right now, and she has a band here called Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs. So you can look
Scary
up Leslie
Cherry and the
Dean.
Bang Bangs.
That's right. You can look that up and check her out. She's been a guest at the show before. And I don't know. I like this movie. It's also got Robert Picardo in it.
Robert Picardo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Picardo. Robert
played-
Picardo. It's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie. He was in The Howling, and he was a Star Trek regular, and he was in Inner Space, and all kinds of stuff. So,
Yeah.
it's one of those movies they just made because 976 numbers were kind of a big deal at the time. So,
Yeah.
they were like, we need to make a movie about 976 and capitalize on that. And so that's basically what they did.
I wonder who owns like 1-900 Evil now, or 97. Can you even get that anymore? We should buy that. We should make that the Frightmare HQ hotline. Call 976 Evil. It'll be a recording of Lloyd going, "Hi, I'm Lloyd Frightmare. I'm gonna scare the hell out of you."
And also, what are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Is it panties?
Jake
Is it
from
some
State
sort of
Farm.
panties?
Are you talking to Jake from State Farm?
I'm talking to Lloyd Cryer and his mischievous little panties. They're this big, everybody. This is how big Lloyd's panties are. They're so tiny.
I don't even know if you can get a 976 number anymore, but if we can,
Bringing it back.
it's only
I'm bringing
$1.99 a
976
minute
back.
for us. So if you call in, $1.99 a minute.
We'll do 83-cent Saturdays, all right?
Right. I just put up the VHS cover you sent me. Includes previously unreleased footage, special home video version.
Heck yeah, special home video version. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right, 976 Evil. It's not streaming anywhere, guys. I think you can get a DVD for like 37 cents, though, if you really want one. They're out there.
I thought 976 Evil came out on the Vestron. Did it or no?
I don't know. I know Sony brought out one a few years ago, and it's like $60 on Blu-ray. It's actually quite a bit.
Okay.
Sometimes it gets tagged as an 88 reel, so I don't know.
I'm looking at it right now. I do have this. I have this on Blu-ray.
I bet you do, hustler.
I do, baby.
You a gangster.
And it still says includes alternate home video version in the big starburst.
Boom. Guys,
So
we're
there
gonna
you go.
release this entire series on home video with alternate footage. Just so you
Alternate
guys
footage.
know. The whole 80 series on VHS.
Charles
Alternate
poops. See Charles poop.
Lloyd Toots. Lloyd's a tutor. I'm Lloyd Cryer, everybody. Welcome to Frightmare HQ.
Whoops, excuse me. Oh, we got to cut that out.
We
Cut
gotta
that
cut
from
that
the
out.
show.
Here
Edit.
comes my friend Charles. Hi,
Oh.
everybody.
Fabulous,
I'm
Charles. You're magic.
I'm here. I'm so excited. All right. What'd you say, Lloyd? You
I
need to
said-
go to the bathroom. How's it
Uh-oh.
going?
Look out.
What are we even
Lord.
We've gone delirious. We're not even talking about movies. What the hell's wrong with us? I gotta go. I quit. It's over, Lloyd. I'm out of here.
They're
I
talking
quit.
about 976 Evil 2.
In space.
Yeah, I've never seen that one. I'm sure it's a fabulous movie. I'm sure it's Oscar
sure
worthy.
I'm sure it's fantabulous. Fantabulous, guys. All right, guys. I'm gonna move on because I don't know what we're doing.
We're
All right,
having
guys,
fun. That's what we're doing, Charles.
I gotta do what I want. I'm an adult. All right.
I'm going to get the mic closer to my face. All right, so everybody can hear me very well.
When I talk to Lloyd Cryer, I want Lloyd Cryer to know about my penis.
What's the next
all right,
movie,
guys.
Charles?
All right, Lloyd. So let me tell you a little something here. Let me tell you something that happened. There was a movie that came out. Do you want to know about this movie?
I want to know about the movie that came out March 27th, 1989.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
Let me tell you about the movie that came out. March 27th, 89, a movie about a young boy, little tiny child boy, the tiny hands.
Oh, he was
Came
tiny.
He was tiny. This little boy suspects his parents are quite cannibalistic murderers in the horror comedy rightfully titled Parents. We've got Parents.
And right on cue, I brought up that poster. There it is.
Boom.
Parents.
Parents, directed by Bob Balaban, mostly known for being an actor. If you ever Google the guy who directed this, Bob Balaban, you'll probably know his face. He was in a bunch of crap, but
Yeah.
this is a pretty diminutive little flick. I think this is the best performance Randy Quaid ever did. He's really great in this movie. He's just goofiest little dad ever. Yeah, this is a great movie.
I got to say something about Randy Quaid. If you want to check out Randy Quaid, go to his Twitter page. He's I don't know if it's been a while since he's posted or not, but he's kind of a nut.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard he's absolutely crazy.
So
he was on the run from the police for a while, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah.
He was. He really was.
Yeah. Randy Quaid.
I mean,
Yeah,
I thought he was
kinda
being
sad.
funny. He was on run from the police, and then I don't know. I mean,
He was
you could
supposed to
probably
do a
get him to
convention in New Jersey, and surprise, surprise, he didn't show up.
Yeah.
But instead, he posted on his Twitter him playing a drum set and acting goofy, and it was the most bizarre thing I'd ever seen in my life. So, oh well.
Yeah, I know he was arrested like a decade ago for they call it defrauding an innkeeper, but basically he racked up like a $20,000 hotel bill and they wouldn't pay it because he was Randy Quaid. So
Really?
so there was
Oh
that.
yeah, that was down. That was somewhere in I don't know. I knew he ran to Texas over that, but was it in Colorado or was it actually in Texas?
No, it was in California, I think, and then he had some other stuff. Then I think he fled to Canada because somebody could arrest him or something. I don't know. I just want to hang out with him. It'd probably be a lot like hanging out with Gary Busey, so I just want to hang out with him.
Basically, he's his character from Independence Day.
That's him. That's who he is now. He's like when you start talking to him, he's like, when they brought me up to their spaceship, Charles and Loyd, I knew something special was gonna happen. And I was in Christmas vacation after that. Like, oh. That's all I remember. Then I did Brokeback Mountain, and I didn't care no more because I was in a movie called Brokeback Mountain. Everybody forgot who I was. That's
and
all
then
I
I was
say
back.
about that movie, guys. I was back again.
He was, Travis, he was great as Cousin Eddie on Christmas Vacation. I mean...
Shitter's full.
That's just a fantastic...
Look,
I love that
guys,
movie.
if you want to see Charles in 7 years, I'm going to be Cousin Eddie from... That's going to be me. I'm going to be hanging out for Lloyd's house in my RV, pulling my shitter in his drain like, hey, Lloyd! Shitter full, Lloyd! I'm here!
Oh, boy.
We're talking about Frightmare. We're talking about Frightmare HQ, Lloyd. I'm here.
I'm here. I heard you talk about me.
I heard you. You said something about Charles. I'm here, Lloyd.
Brought my drum kit.
Brought my drum. Hey, hey.
All right, man. So, April 17th.
I gotta go. That's too much.
April 17th, 1989. Brought us a little movie by Tibor Takas.
We're just done. That's it.
Yeah. Tibor Takas. He did. Didn't he do or that other movie that we like a lot?
He did the gate.
The gate. That's right. Tibor Takas.
Tibor Takas. It sounds like a guy who should be selling furniture on TV late at night. Come down to Tibor Takas' discount furniture where you can get two sofas for the price of one. Tibor Takas.
12, loop 12.
I'm telling you, loop 12, only $199 per month. You can get yourself a full-on living room set. Woo! Tibor Takas.
Tibor Takas. Ask for me. So, I'm Madman. You know, I've tried to watch this movie over the years, and I've never made it all the way through.
Yeah,
and that's not saying a lot, but you know.
Well, it's not for everybody. I mean, it could be a nice little treat for people who haven't seen it. It's sort of a bizarre little supernatural horror flick. It's not really gory at all. The acting's kind of like a high school musical that you'd watch in an auditorium of like 12th graders, but it has some fun parts. If you go into it knowing the movie's going to be stupid, then you're going to have fun. Let's just say that.
Right. We got a trailer for this one. I'm going to play that now.
Yeah, let's play the trailer. We had to.
All right.
They say that if you want to escape reality, all you really have to do is pick up a good book.
Why don't we just take it from the top, okay?
with the book. 1 minute I was reading about him, and the next minute he was standing right next to me.
But when the escape becomes an obsession,
I'm not gonna do this crap.
I can't stop.
it is the return to reality that becomes the challenge.
Why would anybody do such a thing?
Because he thinks that it will please me.
Lovely.
What is happening to you?
Damn it, Richard, listen to me. I'm telling you, there's going to be another killing tonight.
You can't stake out every building in the city based on some cryptic passage from a 30-year-old novel.
Going down.
Just read the book, Richard, please.
You will, not me.
I, Madman. Read any good books lately?
I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
Only Tim Ortakis can make that movie.
You slowed down Stephen King's voice for that. I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
I'm going to scare the hell out of you. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm going to scare the hell out of you, Lloyd.
I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
I'm going to scare the hell out of you. Oh, sorry, everybody.
No,
I forgot we were live.
It's good.
Well, just remember, if you can't find I, Madman, don't watch it. Because I'm not going to tell you to seek it out. But if it's on TV, give it a watch. I mean, don't go out looking for it. Like saying, Charles told me to watch I, Madman by Tim Ortakis, the furniture salesman. Like, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought it was a great movie. By the way, T West just super chatted us. $4.99. Thank you. Michelle did.
T West.
Michelle donated $6.66, but I didn't see El Diablo pop up, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Where's El Diablo?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to fix El Diablo.
That happened like 10 minutes ago, and yeah, I'm gonna have to get my son-in-law or my stepson on that, or my son Keith. I'm gonna say, Keith, get over here and fix this thing, man. It ain't working.
It ain't working. Work the crap. We have people who want to see El Diablo. I'm gonna give you an El Diablo laugh.
There you go.
There you go. You get the El Diablo laugh. Yeah, so apparently I, Madman was released by Shout Factory, and for some reason it's like $53. Whoever pays $53 for that movie is dumb. But
yeah. I know it's got a small cult following. I know it does, but
I'm not saying it's a horrible, but it's not a $53 movie. It's like a $7.99 bargain bin movie.
Okay.
Worth it for $7.99.
Richard said he saw El Diablo pop up. But there's not been any sound on it, which kind of irritates the crap out of me, and we're trying to get that fixed. I don't know what's going on, but thank you, though. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right.
What else can we say about I'm Madman? Nothing.
We said it all. You're
crappy.
a madman, Lloyd. You're a madman, Lloyd.
It's a crap movie. Don't see it.
All right. I'm moving on. I'm moving on to a movie.
Next up.
I'm moving on.
All right. Move on, Charles.
I'm moving on, Lloyd.
All right.
April 21st, 1989, Lloyd.
All right. Do it.
All right. After tragedy strikes everybody, a grieving father discovers an ancient burial ground behind his home with the power to raise the dead. A movie that's going to scare the hell out of you. It's called Pet Sematary. Oh, shit. Based on a book called Pet Sematary by Stephen King.
Hey, you know what? I think Stephen King wrote this one.
Adapted screenplay by Stephen King.
It was based on the best-selling thriller, or so the poster that's up right now says. Sometimes also, dead is better. Yep.
Sometimes dead's better, Lois.
Sometimes dead is better.
I don't know, but Miko Hughes is so creepy in that little gauge. Hi, Daddy. I'm gonna play with you. Oh, you son of a bitch!
I want to play with you.
I want to play with you.
You know what?
No.
I think Pet Sematary was probably the highlight of 1989. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I love Pet Sematary. I loved it as the movie that it was, and I think it was fantastic. So, it's a great movie. I've heard they're talking about remaking it, which they've already remade it. That's right.
They did,
and I've heard it's terrible. That's what I meant to say. And I haven't watched it yet, but shame on them for trying to remake a classic like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. I mean, Mary Lambert was a really phenomenal director, and she never got the opportunity she deserved in Hollywood. I mean, they never gave her a shot with anything. She's such a sweetheart. When she did the convention, she was so sweet and like so unassuming. You're like, this lady made Pet Sematary. She's all like, "Hi, I'm Mary Lambert. I'm Mary by Pet Sematary." And I'm like, no.
Yeah, she was very sweet, very quiet, and I think it's amazing that we even had her as a guest, because you don't see her get out and do a lot of these shows.
No, she's very rarely did a show, and it surprised me she did a show. I put up for our auction. I put up a photo signed by her and Denise Cosby, and nobody's bid on it. And I'm like, really? I'm thinking about just taking it down. I'm like, you guys crazy. You guys
really?
Are a bunch of gypsies.
You've got no bids on that yet?
No bids. You guys are crazy. I'm taking it down, Lloyd. I'm taking it down, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it behind me on the
I think
wall.
you should. I think you should. Teach them a lesson, Charles. We got Aaron Wojcicki just super chatted $5 and said, I played with Mommy, I played with Judd, and now I want to play with Jude.
I want to play with Jude.
Thank you, Aaron, for the super chat.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Really appreciate it. With you guys, I mean, it's just, that movie was always creepy. It was always just chilling. I mean, it had a great score in it. Elliot Goldenthal did the score. That was one of his early stuff. He went on to do like Interview with a Vampire, and then he won an Oscar in the early 2000s for something. I can't remember for what, but great score. Such a creepy movie. I mean, just everything in that movie, it's just like, you feel for these characters, but at the same time, you're like, what the heck am I watching? I'm like, good Lord. Yeah. And I'll say, though, the book is so much better than the movie. I love the movie. The movie's amazing, but the book is so much better, too, because the book is way more demented.
It is, and it's of course, it's very well written by Stephen King, like always, but you can hear that main accent so well in that book. With all the dialogue that's in it, it's amazing. The book is really good. So, but I also love the movie too. And my favorite thing about that movie is that it really upset Siskel and Ebert really badly. They gave this such a bad review, and it was based on the little boy dying. And they were like, "How dare you kill a little boy in a film, Stephen King? You're so terrible."
Man, I like Siskel and Ebert. I thought they did a lot for film, but they did some weird stuff like that with reviews. They'd be like, "I don't like this movie because I don't like Snickers bars, you son of a bitch." So I get 0 thumbs up.
They did some crazy stuff, man. I mean, when they were opposed to something, they really got up on their soapbox and talked about it.
Oh, they were opposed to it. And you're like, I don't care. I just want to know. You're like, come on.
They hated Friday the 13th with a passion. When Part 4 came out, their review was, "We refuse to see this movie, and you should too." And of course, the movie made $1 million, trillion, billion dollars, so it didn't help at all.
Well, Pet Sematary is good, guys, and it's going to scare the hell out of you. So
it's going to scare the hell out of you.
It's scare out of you. Approval from us.
There you
Boom.
go.
What's next?
All right. So next up, number 10 on our list of films from 1989. Brian Yuzna directed a little crazy film, May 13th, 1989, released Society.
Oh, Society.
That is a crazy, messed up film. Groundbreaking for its special effects and just some crazy, crazy stuff. I've got the poster up from, this is one of your Eastern posters, right?
Yeah, it's a Thai poster. Thai poster. Yeah, but like you said, the effects were done by Screaming Mad George, who's really known for his surreal effects. Some of his other work is Big Trouble in Little China. You can kind of see what he did. That's his work right there. But He also worked on, I think, Elm Street 3. One of the Elm Streets he worked on.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But yeah, I mean, the date this was released is actually the date it played at Cannes Film Festival, and it didn't actually play much in '89. If you guys look, it actually was released in the U.S. in '92. So in the U.S. it came out a lot later. Brian Usna, I mean, he'd go on to do Bride of Reanimator, so he directed that, and he did The Dentist. This is a guy who really loved body horror because Society's body horror. He produced other Gordon flicks like Reanimator, and that's kind of how he ended up directing Bride of Reanimators because he owned the rights to it. He basically was going to direct the movie, so
right.
That's how it happened. It's my movie. I own it. So, yeah, I mean, this guy loves it. I mean, strangely enough, '89, the same year, Brian Usna wrote the screenplay for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which is a completely opposite movie. Same year. But if you think about it, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is a body horror film too. So, there you go.
Yep.
So
and
remember that.
Let's see. There's some pretty good comments here. A lot of people are like this film. Shunting, says Stephen Burt. Striker 87 says, "I'll never get over the butt face." Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then Striker 87 also says that Screaming Mad George did the cockroach death on Elm Street 4. So there you go.
Nice. Yeah, I know he did a lot of I mean, it's kind of hard to describe his work. I mean, it's really like a Salvador Dali painting. It's kind of like Screaming Mad George's work. That's kind of what it is.
He's a true artist.
Yeah.
I'm going to try something. I'm going to play this El Diablo again, and I want to see if anybody hears it. Nope. It's playing. It's really weird.
Michelle summoned El Diablo.
We're going to get to the bottom of this and why it's not
El
working.
Diablo Theater will scare the hell out of
getting
you.
to the bottom of things. It's Lloyd Cryer.
Oh, I know about getting to the bottom of stuff.
Lloyd got to my bottom once.
Richard says he heard it, so
cool.
Maybe I fixed it. Sorry, we're just testing as we go here, you know. Todd Seeley says loud and clear. Chrissy Gilliland says we hear it. Michelle S says I heard it that time. Awesome, guys. Cool. Thanks for the feedback. We appreciate that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, Society is actually on Prime Video right now, so it's a good one on Prime Video.
Yeah, go check that out.
Yeah.
Arrow put out a really amazing Blu-ray of that. I don't know if it's still available or not. But
you know, it is available. And they sent me a copy to give away, but the copy they sent me to give away, the case got a little bit damaged. So that's why I didn't give it away. If anybody doesn't mind a movie with a slightly damaged case, I'll give away a copy of it.
What's wrong with it, Charles?
I don't know. It's somewhere. It's got like a little crack in the back of the case.
Oh.
I guess it happened when they shipped it. That's why I didn't give it away.
I bet they'd be happy with that. We got some good people out there, so I have a feeling they would.
I just don't want to send people a movie and they're like, Charles sent me his old gypsy movies. I don't want anything to do with this movie.
He found this movie in the trash dump at Walmart.
He put it in a dumpster at Walmart. Good Lord, Charles.
All right, you're next up, big man.
Don't call me big man unless we're by ourselves.
Okay.
I was going to tell everybody, look, I got our posters too now.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. And this month, we're going to go ahead and send those to all of our Patreon subscribers. So,
yeah.
If you're a Patreon subscriber, I'm going to send you out a copy of this. Because you know what? You're awesome.
You are awesome. And we're also auctioning off 2 copies of it that me and Lloyd are going to sign like this.
Boom.
So, like this. Bloom. They're on the Frightmare HQ auction.
And I got to thank...
I got to thank real quick. Year, so.
Sorry. Yeah, he doesn't sign much.
Jumping
Charles
over T2 to send a super chat.
I am.
Richard Nettleton gave us a $5 super chat. Thank you, Richard. Woo!
Richard!
You're awesome.
I love Richard. Richard's my favorite for
That's
right now. Richard, thanks, Richard. Really appreciate the super chats, guys. We love sitting here just jibber jabbering about movies, even though most of the time we talk about a movie and we go into nonsensical nonsense. So.
Well, hey, I still think this gives. I think there's people that are still discovering movies through this. So.
Oh heck yeah!
So it's kind of cool to know that we're bringing up some movies that people have never heard of.
You know what? I think I'll agree with you, and because of that, I'm gonna dance. All right, it's enough malarkey. Let's get back to it.
Okay. Charles, you are up next. You've got a film that probably most people know about.
June 1st, 89, everybody. A movie about a warlock that flees 17th century to current day 1989 with a witch hunter in hot pursuit. Rightfully called Warlock.
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 I got that British quad up here, and it says he's come from the past to destroy the future.
Man, you know, this is another movie that almost got lost. Everybody loves Warlock. Warlock almost got lost. It was released only in Australia and UK, and then New World Pictures, who owned it, went out of business, went bankrupt. And then it disappeared. And finally, I think it was Trimark bought it and released it like 91 or 92 in the US. So it almost got lost. We almost had no Warlock.
Yeah.
So,
which would have been a bummer because, you know, I really like Julian Sands in this. I like Julian Sands as a person, though.
He's super nice.
Oh, my God. Every time I see him, he gives me a big hug.
Yeah.
It's amazing because he is kind of a big guy. He's tall and he's got big arms, and his arms just kind of wrap around you.
They wrap around you, Loyd?
Mm-hmm.
The luxurious arms wrap around you. No, yeah, I like Warlock. I mean, I can go on a limb and say I like all the Warlock movies. They're not all good after this, but I still like watching them. They're fun watches.
Yeah. I have never seen Warlock 3, though, and that's the one where they replaced Julian with some other dude. So I know I have it. I have the Warlock.
Mr. T, wasn't it?
It was Mr. T. I have Warlock, the box. Well, I mean, it's not a box set, but it's like the trilogy. All three of them on Vestron Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched 3 yet. I will one day, though.
Yeah, Bruce Payne replaced him, and it's funny if you look at the poster for Warlock 3 because they really put him at an angle where it tries to look like Julian Sands. Like they tried to make it look like Julian Sands as much as they could. But I think like one of the big things, Warlock was subject to a bunch of controversy in the mid '90s because it was part of a copycat murder. Warlock was the movie. You ever hear about that?
No, I never heard about that.
So like in '95. There was this Canadian teenager. He was like obsessed with this movie. He murdered a 7-year-old boy, cut up his body, and boiled it and drank it because he thought he was going to fly like the Warlock in the movie. And
that didn't work?
It didn't work. Apparently he didn't fly. He just got arrested, and they found him not guilty by reason of insanity for some reason. Apparently he was crazy. And now he's lived in a psychiatric center ever since then. But yeah, he was like 14 years old. He like cut up this little 8-year-old boy.
Oh, that's
he had
sad. That's sad.
Yeah, and he had like another 7-year-old kid help him with it. And he was like, "We're gonna fly." So apparently he was like obsessed with Warlock, the movie. Like it was like his be all. He thought it was real. I'm like, oh Lord.
Well, you know that happens every now and then. There's a documentary about Slender Man where the 2 little girls killed or tried to kill a little girl. I don't think they killed her. I just think they attacked her and stabbed her or something, and she lived, thankfully. But that happens every now and then. But
yeah,
you know,
this was a big thing in Canada. It really pushed like a lot of Canadian like restriction movements across movies and stuff. It's kind of sad. It's real sad though. But Warlock's a great film. I mean, Steve Miner directed it, who did House and Friday the 13th 2 and 3. The guy who wrote it was David Twohy. He went on to write Pitch Black with Vin Diesel, which is a fun movie that Arrow's bringing out soon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love Warlock. It's just a great movie. And as long as you don't think it's real and try to fly, it's a good movie. So.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
So next up, we're at number 12 with a film that came out July 1st, 1989, directed by Shinya Tsukamoto. This is the cult classic Tetsuo the Iron Man. So
I can't say anything about this movie. It's so great. It's a weird cyberpunk horror film. Let's just say that.
It is. We have a trailer for that, so let's go ahead and play the trailer.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the trailer.
All right. All right. Wait a minute. Okay, so go ahead, Charles.
No, I was gonna say this movie's like one of the most amazing pieces of filmmaking you'll ever have the pleasure of viewing. It really is. It's just that.
Yeah. Chrissy Gilliland and Todd Lewis both say that it's reminding them of Eraserhead. So, yeah, it's definitely got some Eraserhead feels going on there.
Travis said it's on Shudder, so that's cool. There's actually, me and Lloyd were discussing, there actually is a set out from Arrow Video, too, with this called Iron Nightmare. And it's basically a 4-pack of these crazy Japanese films. There's this one, the sequel, and a couple other ones. So, there's not much I could say about this because there's not really a way to describe this movie. It's just that it's... it's just the visuals on it are crazy. It's like watching something at the MoMA, like in a museum or something. It's just weird, but it's definitely an Eraserhead feel. I mean, really, it gives you the Eraserhead feel.
Yeah, black and white, avant-garde, stop motion animation. So there you go. If you're into Eraserhead, then you'll definitely want to check this one out.
You like trippy, bizarre, surreal movies that will just confuse you and probably make you cry a little bit? That one's for you. All right? So do it.
It's all yours, baby.
That's all yours, baby. All right, guys. Oh, Lord, we've got something coming here. They brought out another one. They decided it had to happen. July 28th, 89. They said Jason had to take Manhattan in Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason takes Manhattan.
There you go.
Sorry. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, I've got the poster up, and all I know is that the city of New York sued Paramount Films over this poster because it basically stole their ad campaign, "I Love New York." And,
I Love New York,
and they won. They successfully had that poster removed.
Yeah, they did. It was a banned poster after that, and that one's actually the second version. So they brought out an original. The poster went through hell. They brought out an original version of that had like blood on it, and that was deemed like, I don't know, not appropriate by motion pictures that had blood. So they brought out another version without the blood, and then New York City was like, "Hey, wait a second here, guys.
Yeah,
this is New York City. You can't be putting this on no flicker horror movie." They were just like, "Fine, screw it."
So what I never understood about this movie. They start out at Crystal Lake, right?
At the lake, they do.
And then they end up in New York.
What kind of cruise were they on?
I never understood that, and I never wanted to say this out loud because I thought, well, maybe I'm stupid and I just don't understand what's going on. But how did they start out at Camp Crystal Lake and end up in the ocean?
Like, that's what I was gonna say. How do you start off in a lake, and somehow Jason takes a boat? He's selling a boat because he's a boat selling mofo, guys. He loves selling boats. He sells this boat straight out of a lake. A lake has to be enclosed by land on all sides. So he sails this out of this lake and gets to an ocean so he can board a ship that's somehow going to New York City.
I don't get it. Am I just an idiot and I don't understand this, or what's going on?
My theory is Jason loves boats, but he also loves trucks and trailers. So he drove the boat onto a trailer, and then he went on a road trip. All right, he went on a road trip all the way through America to Montreal, Canada. And then Montreal does sightseeing tours through cruises like 3 days to New York City. So that's what he did because he wanted to go on vacation because he was tired of the lake atmosphere. There's mosquitoes everywhere. And he said, I'm going on vacation. And there was nothing but hoes in the boat, so he had to kill them all. He can't get away from his work. He's a workaholic. All right? It's the whole movie. I solved it. Boom.
I don't know. I actually like this movie. It's pretty terrible, but I like it. Except for the fact of what we just talked about. And the whole thing about him reverting to child Jason at the end, I thought was kind of cheesy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, I kind of liked him walking around Manhattan and punching heads off of people and kicking over boom boxes. And I don't know. I like Jason. What can I say?
The funny part is they didn't even film most of this in New York. It was filmed in Vancouver because New York was too expensive. So
yeah.
The only spot they filmed was he was in Times Square. And it's funny when they filmed in Times Square because they didn't close down the street. So it's just Kane Hodder walking through the street. And that's like genuine people's reactions around him. Yeah,
they're like, what the...
That happened a lot in the 80s, though. You'd see a lot of these movies where they would just film on the street. And people would just be watching the camera like... going on here? What's this movie?
They're shooting a flicker picture.
I think one of the funniest ones is Lethal Weapon. If you ever watched Lethal Weapon, they kind of did that in one of the scenes, and they're filming a scene in one of the cars, and at some point, like, one of the pedestrians passes by them in a car, and it's an old lady, and she's just staring at the camera like, what the hell is this going on here? Movie. Flicker on me with your camera.
I gotta check that out. I love Lethal Weapon. I love those movies. They're just a guilty pleasure for me.
That's my nickname for Loyd, guys, is Lethal Weapon. So if you guys ever wonder,
I am a lethal weapon.
He's my lethal
weapon.
Like
Ice-T says, my lethal weapon is my mind.
Jesus, Loyd, calm down. Okay. Calm down. What else can you say? That's it. Let's move on.
It's another Jason movie. Lots of people get killed by a maniacal person in a hockey mask with a machete.
Wait, he's maniacal?
He is maniacal, just to let you know.
Okay.
Next up, August 11th, 1989, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Part 5. Is this the Dream Child? Yes, it's the Dream Child.
You have to show the poster for that. You have to show the poster for that because it's the bizarrest, it's the weirdest poster.
I know, you showed me that. I was looking at it earlier. I gotta find it. Let's see. Nightmare.
So guys,
I don't see it.
The poster he's gonna pull is you don't have it? You lost
it's somewhere around here. I'll find it.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
We'll find it.
Here it is.
So this is like there's just bizarre posters.
I'll be right back, Charles. You talk about this one and I'll be right back. I'm leaving.
All right, guys. Good to laugh. So Japan decided, Japan has bizarre posters anyway. But they decided to bring out this strange poster with this little snowflake white boy on it with Freddy glows. No idea what this has to do with anything. It's a cartoon, weird little Freddy creature man. And it has nothing, this poster has nothing to do with the movie, like whatsoever. Like, I don't know why this poster was made or or what. Thanks, Aaron, for the super chat. We're not going to bash it. It's not that Dream Child is bad. It's just that they kind of got to the point in Dream Child where no one could really figure out what they wanted to do with this movie. That was kind of the problem. the Dream Child that everybody saw, I mean, that went through like 7 different rewrites. It really had a lot of problems with it. It just wouldn't, I don't know, it just wouldn't get how people wanted it. Everybody had a different ideal of what they wanted.
I am sure I am in the minority.
The next one to be. And
I love
nobody
it.
can really figure it out. You back?
I'm back. So what did we talk about? What is going on with this poster? I missed everything.
Man, I was talking about this little snowflake on here. This little snowflake on this poster. For some reason, it's Japan made it look like some sort of weird cartoon kids movie. It's like Snowflake and the Ticklers or something. It's like what's going on?
I saw this and it was really bizarre, and I was like, I can't wait for Charles to tell me what's going on with this poster.
Nobody knew. I mean, it was a really strange Japanese poster, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just really weird. Like, it has nothing to do with the movie. I don't understand it. I actually want one of these posters. It's on my poster list too, and I haven't been able to find one yet. I found one in really crappy shape, but I don't know. It's a weird poster. But I was kind of telling everybody that, Nightmare on Elm Street 5, it's just like nobody knew what they wanted to do. It went through like 7 different rewrites. Nobody could figure out what they wanted to do with the story. They were really desperate to get Freddy Krueger movies out then. Like, he was a hot commodity, and there was basically like a turnaround time of like 4 months. Like, you had to film another Freddy movie in like 4 months. So like, do it.
We need more cocaine. Hurry up. More cocaine.
Cocaine.
Aaron Wojciechowski super chatted us, and he says, I'm sure I'm in the minority. Bash it. I love it. So Aaron says,
bash. That's what I told him. Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron says they rushed it. No doubt. I just enjoyed it. So, you know what? That's fine. We all have our guilty pleasures, and
we like our movies. We like. It's funny. Is like they went through so many different screen rewrites. I'd like to see some of the rewrites, because I know one of them was actually done by the guy who wrote Terminator and Terminator 2. Did a rewrite for this, like a complete rewrite, and they chucked it. And I'm like, I want to read that one.
Well, I was a huge Freddy fan. Freddy and Jason were everything.
Freddy Cougar?
Freddy Cougar?
Freddy Cougar?
Are you that Freddy Cougar guy?
You Freddy Cougar Nightmare Man?
So, I loved Freddy Krueger and I loved Jason, but I kind of stopped being engaged after part 3.
Well, what could you say after part 3? I mean, you knew it was going to be... They were trying to make a story, but it's just like they couldn't figure out what the hell they wanted to do. They were like, I don't know, have them have a baby. I don't freaking know. Like, do something.
But even after that, even after all of the Friday the 13th, I still stayed engaged on Friday the 13th. So, go figure. I don't know why. That's what I'm saying is it was a guilt. Friday the 13th has always been a guilty pleasure for me, and I like them. So, hey, man, you like what you like.
Well, you do what you got to do in your life.
Do what you got to do.
What's next?
Charles, that is you, baby. You're up next.
God. 80. Okay, guys. October 6th, 89. A movie called Black Rainbow. Black Rainbow. Also my stripper name on Sundays. If you come to the Bam Bam Palace, I'm known as Black Rainbow. So if you're ever wondering where I dance, it's the Bam Bam Palace. Black Rainbow is a supernatural thriller flick about a medium who basically sees this vision of this hitman killing somebody, and then that killer comes after them. It's actually a really fun movie. Kind of a slow burn, but it's more of an intelligent thriller. It's like 19 genres thrown into one movie. And it's one of the movies we're going to give away, courtesy of Arrow Video, which was just recently released, not too long ago.
Ooh.
Black Rainbow. Also the name of Charles as he strips.
Let's play the trailer, big boy.
You want a dance for little boy? You want it? You want the movie? All right, play it.
We'll have that coming up right after the trailer. Here we go.
All right, more dancing. I gotta go find that damn.
Please give a very, very warm welcome to Martha Travis, the courier to your loved ones.
She was the only witness to a brutal murder.
I saw it! I saw it! All of it!
Huron died exactly as she predicted. How do you account for that?
She saw the gunman hired to kill him.
She knows what he looks like. She even knows his name.
And she saw it all. Now a reporter is trying to save her.
You don't seem to understand, sir. It's possible that your daughter is in real danger.
From an assassin determined to kill her.
Does Martha have any friends? Only in the spirit world.
Rosanna Arquette.
So you think I'm a charlatan?
Jason Robards.
You were with me in St. Louis, remember? Hundreds of miles away. You couldn't have appeared to her.
And Tom Holtz.
I need to know who killed Quran.
Black Rainbow.
Black Rainbow.
Oh, yeah. Black Rainbow. Just when you thought things couldn't get darker, the rainbow turned black.
It turned black.
All right, guys. I found the Slightly Damaged Society, too. I'm giving that one away, too.
Okay. What are you giving away tonight, Charles? All of
right,
that?
Guys, I'm giving away. This is for the end of the 80s. We're having an end of 80s celebration here. All right?
All right.
You can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult, you son bitch.
Okay, you're a big boy.
All right, I'm giving away Arrow Videos, the animator. Boom. I'm giving away Arrow Videos, Dream Demon.
Oh, yeah. With the slipcase.
Which I might mention, somebody won this like our first Arrow show and they never claimed it, so you're shit out of luck now.
Mint slip. That one's got a mint slip.
Bloody Birthday.
Oh, yeah, I like this one. That's a good movie.
Black Rainbow.
Like a rainbow in the dark.
So at the end of this, guys, we're having a trivia contest about any damn movies in the 80s I feel like doing. So have fun. You're going to win something. I'm going to give them away to you.
Yep. Stick with this. Like and subscribe. Because if you don't, we're not going to give away anything. Damn it.
Yeah. If you don't like and subscribe to this, I'm going to give away everything to Loyd.
That's right. And I'll take it, and I won't say anything. I'll be like, yeah.
He's like, I won.
Yeah, Arrow, we gave these away to people.
Like, Loyd, I see them all behind you. No, I did not. Loyd's like this crazy movie hoarder. Like, he's like, they're all mine.
Oh,
watch them all.
Mine.
Oh, mine.
So,
right.
I haven't seen Black Rainbow. It's good?
You know, it's like I said, it's actually a really good movie. Like I said, it's a little slow, but it's really smart thriller. I mean, it throws in a lot of stuff. You've got like some supernatural horror. You got like a conspiracy thriller type, and then you even got like a family drama. So I like it a lot. I enjoy it, and I'd recommend people watching it. I'm happy Arrow sent us a copy of Black Rainbow. I've actually got one of these that I'm going to review for them shortly too, at one of our things. Mm-hmm. So really excited about that.
I really like Jason Robards a lot, so this will be something that I'm gonna watch as soon as possible.
Don't you have Jason Robards tattooed across your back?
I don't, but I do like Jason Robards a lot.
I thought you did. I thought you had him across your back.
No, I'm afraid not.
But
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, I'm down. Whatever.
Let me tell you guys, we're almost done for the day too, because there's not a lot in the 89, so we're almost out of here.
That's it. We're almost out.
All right. We can move on, though, Loyd. This one is you.
This is me. October 12th, 1989, directed by David Schmoller. A classic film in its own right, Puppet Master. This is a film that spawned a sequel of a million Puppet Master films, and encouraged a whole, legion of fans to love Full Moon films. So,
this started it all.
This did kind of start it all, didn't it, Charles?
That it did, my friend. Of course, great work by Charles Band, who will be joining us on Saturday.
We just announced that, yep. Charles Band. This is a Charles Band produced film for full moon.
What'd you say to me?
Well, I've got the poster up, and I don't think that this wasn't the original poster, was it? I don't think it was.
I don't know, but I mean, it is. You know, Puppet Master was actually, it was written by Charles Band. He did some of the writing on it. He just wasn't credited, so he is one of the writers on it. He did produce it though. It's, it was strangely. I mean, it was supposed to come to theaters in summer's '89, but it was pushed to direct-to-video. So this was a direct-to-video film.
Okay.
And it's, I don't know. I mean, Charles Band was always kind of bummed about that, I know. But I think in the end he realized that you could make more money by going direct-to-video at that time. So there it was.
Yeah. And it kind of encouraged Band to go with the whole subgenre. I mean, that's kind of what he's done is killer small toys movies for decades now, and obviously he's been successful at it because he keeps making them. So it's there you go.
The guy who directed Puppet Master, I mean, the only thing I know he did Tourist Trap in like '79. I know he did that.
Yeah.
I can't recall anything else he did though. I think he did something, I can't remember. Crawl, something. I don't remember. He did something. He did some sort of other movie. But I love Puppet Master. I love the design of the little dolls. They're always like, I don't know, they were just a lot of fun. And this really helped launch Full Moon. And of course, they're still with us today. We see them at Frightmare. So it's great always having them.
Yep. He's a Frightmare regular now, so. All right. So next up, Charles, you go.
Well, another one that they had to make another one. October 13th, '89, guys. Halloween 5: The Revenge of Michael Myers.
There it is.
The Revenge.
With your girlfriend.
You got the poster up?
I do.
I actually have that image of her tattooed on my shin. The knife and her.
I know you do.
Yeah, the whole thing. It's on my shin. And boy, it was a bad spot for it because it took a long time and it hurt.
Yeah.
One of my hundreds of other tattoos, that one kind of actually didn't feel too good. But it's all for my love of Danielle. Halloween 4 was a hit, and they had to like immediately make a fifth one. Like this was rushed out, and the original screenplay for the fifth one was supposed to be like how the fourth one ended. It was supposed to be Jamie was evil and she was going to be like a little killer or something. But the studio, Mustafa Khan, was like, no, people want Michael Myers. We're bringing Michael Myers back. That's pretty much what happened. They hired somebody else to do the script, and they wanted more Michael Myers. So I think they were afraid of what happened with Halloween 3. They're like, no, we have to have Michael Myers. Yeah. It has to happen.
Well... that was a cash cow for sure, but Halloween 5, it didn't do as well in the theater, did it, at the time?
No, not at all. Mainly because it was plagued with like horrible word of mouth. And it really is not the best movie. I just enjoy it because I grew up on those movies, 4 and 5. So, I mean, it didn't do as well. Then after that, it all just spiraled downhill. They didn't know what to do with the series after that. It wasn't a total bomb, though. I mean, I think it broke even. Ish. So it wasn't a total bomb, but it didn't make a lot. I mean, at that point, you could tell Donald Pleasance was kind of just phoning it in. He knew what he had to do. He was just there. He's just being Donald Pleasance. I'm here, guys. It's like,
but it was good to see him in it. I mean, we didn't get a whole lot of more movies out of him after that. So
no, not at all. It was kind of just like you said, it was a cash cow. There wasn't a lot of known people working on it. I mean, the director who did that didn't really do anything. People writing it weren't really known. It was just kind of like, here's your cut and paste Michael Myers movie. That's kind of what they did. So
yeah. Well, there you go.
That's it, guys. Not that I don't love the movies, because I mean, I like the movies. It's just how it is. They don't have to be good for me to love them. It's just how it is.
Yep. There you go. I mean, we all have our movies, right?
Word that. It'd be kind of funny if I was like, I hate this movie, but I got it tattooed across my shin, but I hate it.
All right, here's one. Here's another classic from 1989.
What? There's classics?
Yeah. October 27th, 1989. Wes Craven brought us Shocker.
He brought us the Shocker?
He brought us the Shocker. Which,
oh, wow.
The only thing I really remember about this movie was the soundtrack. It had like Megadeth and I don't know, some other heavy metal stuff. And no, I remember the movie. I saw it. I actually watched it again not too long ago.
It's okay. It's not okay. It's not really bad, but it's not. But yeah, I mean, the soundtrack was fun on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the soundtrack. It was an interesting story. It's Wes Craven. Some people actually really love this movie. I mean, there's a lot of people who like live and die by Shocker. Like I've talked to some of these people, and I don't know how to address it with them, but it's a fun watch. You know, I think it was a little underrated, but I don't think it's something phenomenal that was kind of hidden from people. Let me just say, I'll put it that for you.
We had the lead as a guest not too long ago, and Mitch Pileggi, and I actually I don't, you know, when I say bad things about this movie, I don't mean to offend anybody, because I know what it is, and it is, you know, I'm getting a lot of comments where people are like, "Hey, watch out, Loyd." Shocker is a fun movie. It really is.
It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. Like I said, it's a little underrated. It's not nothing to be like, this is an epic movie from the 80s. It's nothing like that, but yeah, it's good.
It was played for jokes, like a lot of movies were back then.
Yeah.
You know, so
good effects. It was shot on a low budget. You know, it was shot really quickly. It's got some good scares. It's a violent movie. You know, it's got some fun little scenes. Pileggi's great in it. I like Pileggi when he went on to do X-Files, of course. But yeah, Aaron kind of summed it up. Turn off your brain and you'll have fun. That's a good way to describe it. Turn off your brain and you'll have fun.
Yeah, exactly. So, not one of my favorite movies of all time, but I did watch it not too long ago. Went back and rewatched it, and it's fun. Apparently, Heather Langenkamp plays a victim in this movie, and I don't remember that at all.
She's hiding from you?
Yeah. It says Ted Raimi is in it as Pac-Man. I don't remember that either, so I don't know.
Maybe I have to go back and watch it again. I always found it to be unintentionally comedic. That's the best way I could describe it, but I always enjoyed watching it.
Yep. So, yeah, there you go. Next up is you, Biggin.
Biggin times. All right, guys. November 3rd, 89. We've got Stepfather 2, guys. Stepfather 2. Well, there was a movie called Stepfather. They made a sequel to it called Stepfather 2, guys. So there you go. Welcome.
What was it? Carolyn Williams in this?
Yeah, Carolyn Williams is in this.
Meg Foster is in it.
Jonathan Brandis was in this. Meg Foster's in this. It was also known as Make Room for Daddy, and it had a creepy little poster that was like, Daddy's going to carve up more than a turkey, something like that. It was pretty creepy. It's basically a direct sequel to the first one. He survives and goes on to do the exact same script as the first one. You know, it's nothing really crazy. If I always tell people, it's a good companion to the first Stepfather. It's nowhere near as good as the first Stepfather, but it's a good companion to it.
Right.
You can kind of tell it was thrown out there. It does have an amazing 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I always find amazing when they have 0%. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, it lost all of its money, and they still made a third one for some reason, even though it lost all of its money. But it's there, guys. Stepfather. If you guys like Stepfather, more power to you. I like the first one. Not a huge fan of the second one, but I'll watch it if it's on. So it's passable.
Somebody said it's Terry O'Quinn's birthday. I didn't know that. So
John Locke, happy birthday.
All right, happy birthday, buddy. If it's your birthday, then happy birthday.
Stepfather could have been better. It's sort of a mixed bag movie, but it's there.
Yeah. This is the last one. No, it didn't. Almost the last one. We got
Almost
two more to
the last
go. November 3rd, 1989. Something directed by Jim Wheat and Ken Wheat called After Midnight.
After Midnight. I actually like this movie.
There's a couple of movies out there and I always get this one confused because there's more than one movie called After Midnight out there. So I'm not 100% sure which one this is. It says it's got Judy Aronson in it.
Yeah. So this one it's a anthology. This one is, and it's basically kids in a psychology class. They're telling these stories to their teacher. That's kind of what this one's about.
Okay. Well, I like an anthology. I should watch this.
Yeah, I mean, basically there's 3 stories in it, and then there's like a wraparound story that goes kind of like how we see all anthologies. I actually like this one a lot. It's pretty well made. You know, I enjoy some of the stories. Again, you know, a couple of stories aren't as good as the others, but a couple of them I liked. There was one called Old Dark House that was pretty good on there. Not super known people in it. Mark McClure was in it. Mark McClure was in Back to the Future. He plays his brother Dave. That's what I know him from. But Mark McClure was also in Jimmy Olsen, all the Superman movies. Really, you don't really have a lot. I'd recommend checking it out, though. It's a fun anthology. If you like anthologies, this is definitely one to check out. Definitely one to give a watch to. Let's say that. Give a watch to it.
Anthologies, I love anthologies, so I didn't know that this one was an anthology, so I'll definitely check that out. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. I mean, I'd give it a shout. I believe there is a Shout Factory has a Blu-ray out, and it's not $1,000 yet. I think it's like $6, $6 or $7 on sale. It really is.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'll check that one out.
Do it. All right, guys. We saved actually a pretty good one for last.
Yes.
All right. This is November 10th, 1989. Teenagers accidentally resurrect a satanic killer who targets local police captain's daughter in efforts for her to birth the Antichrist. Directed by Ruben Galando Jr. It is the good and gruesome Mexican horror flick, Grave Robbers. Boom.
Ladrones de Tumbas.
Ladrones de Tumbas.
I have
Galando
seen
also
this.
directed 85's Cemetery of Terror. Galando also directed that. And we mentioned that in 85. Another great movie.
I got off on a Mexican horror film trip a few years ago and sought out every Mexican film that I could find, and they're fun, man. Especially the ones made in the 80s or the late 80s. They were kind of doing what was happening in the mid 80s in America, and in the late 80s. So these are fun. These are worth checking out.
They're worth checking out, but at the same time, they're very difficult to find.
They are.
So this one, Grave Robber, so mentioning Cemetery of Terror, the only way you can get this is the DVD double set. So this came out in a double set with this and Cemetery of Terror like 15, 20 years ago, and it's like $100. It's like the only way you can legitimately watch it. I know Jeff Evans, who watches this show, told me he picked up a copy of that after our 85 show. So good for him, because now he can watch this too. So you got them both.
They're worth it. They're a lot of fun, and that's what's so fun about them is they feel like you're watching a early to mid '80s horror film from America. That's what it feels like.
And if anybody could find an original one sheet for this, please let me know, because I would love to have this hanging up in my office.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck, though. Good luck. That's one thing that's more difficult than trying to find Mexican horror is trying to find original posters for Mexican horror, because they made like 17 of them.
Yeah.
Passed them around to theaters. That's the truth. So it's like, good luck.
Yeah, well, wait until we get into the 70s. There's a lot of Mexican horror films in the 70s, too.
Yeah.
So,
70s are going to be fun, guys. I'm looking forward to it. But, you know, that's the end of 89. We've got an honorable mentions roll, guys, but we've just finished 89.
That's
we
it.
finished the 80s.
That's the end of 89. We've got honorable mentions coming up. I will go ahead and play that right now, though. Let's do that.
Yeah, then I'm going to do some giveaways.
All right. All right, guys, we are back. Honorable mentions. You know, there's a lot of movies I'm sure that we missed, but you just can't cover them all. You just can't do it all. And if you do have any that we've missed that you want to talk about, leave it in the comments section, and we'll talk about it with you. Charles wants to do some giveaways now, so let's do that.
Yeah. Let's do some giveaways. Why don't we start with Black Rainbow?
Black Rainbow.
All right. So win Black Rainbow. I want you guys. This is an easy one. Tell me how many Friday the 13th movies were released in the 80s.
Just in the 80s, right?
Yep.
All right. I am watching the first one that pops up. We're gonna bam. Striker 87 says 8.
That's Striker.
Did Striker win?
Striker won.
Boom. And Striker says, I guessed. He didn't even really know. Love it. Well, there you go, Striker.
Guys.
If you win tonight, PM us on Facebook. That's the easiest way to get a hold of us, through the Frightmare Weekend page. PM us there. We'll get your address and get those out to you.
That we will. All right. So let's move on. Let's do another one. What do you think, Loyd? What do you think we should give away next?
I forget what we've got. What do we got over there, Charles?
Why don't we do Society?
And this is the busted case, right?
It's got that's what I was thinking away, but it's got like a little rip at the bottom here.
All right.
It's got a little rip at the bottom, guys. But I'm gonna give away to you because I love you guys. You guys need some movies in your lives.
All right.
I'm gonna continue with this theme. So how about you guys tell me? How many Nightmare on Elm Street movies were released in the 80s?
40.
So easy for you guys.
40.
40
of them.
40.
Oh, man. I don't even know the answer to that, Charles.
You should. You should, because we just discussed it today.
Who the hell? Who was next? Was it Aaron Wojcicki?
Aaron Wojcicki with 5.
There you go. Aaron Wojcicki won.
Aaron Wojcicki, 1-5. All right.
Where are my Twitch people? My Twitch people aren't speaking up tonight. Come on, guys. You got to win.
Hold on a second, guys. Because I got a lot of damn movies I'm giving away here, and I need to write this down. Hold on. Because I'm going to end up sending you guys weird stuff in the mail. I'll be like, I don't know. Let's send these people a movie.
I think we want to do a Twitch raid tonight when we end. So if you guys want to move over to Twitch at some point before we end so that we can raid somebody really well.
All right. Aaron, you won Society. And who was Black Rainbow?
I can't
remember now.
Who was Black Rainbow?
Yeah, who did Black Rainbow?
Who did it?
No, who won? Was it Striker? Striker 87.
No, it was Aaron Wojcicki.
No, Aaron Wojcicki won Society. Black Rainbow.
Oh, shit.
It was Striker 87.
Striker 87? He already won something, though.
When?
Oh yeah, you're right. Earlier. Okay. So now we're up. Now we're to the third giveaway.
All right. I'm going to do Bloody Birthday. For Bloody Birthday, how many years after the first Halloween movie was Halloween 2 brought out?
Okay. Are you watching?
All I can see is YouTube. So.
I'm watching. I don't see that. Okay. Michelle S. said 2.
No.
Todd Lewis said 1.
Nope.
Argento fan said 3 on Twitch.
It is 3.
Boom. There we go.
All right. It is 3.
All right. So that's another one. Damn.
Yeah, it was 3. So Argento fan is.
He says to give his to Travis Brown because there looks to be some sort of squabble over who the winner was.
Wait, what's the
Give it to
squabble?
Travis Brown. It's
I don't know.
cool.
Who's?
Travis said
You're in charge of the name.
Well, that was on YouTube, so I don't know. That's the first one that I saw.
That's the first one on my list too. Why? What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Travis says he swears he was first because he typed it first. He said they're. Stephen Burt says I think they're just kidding.
Oh. Well, Travis, regardless, the first one I see is Aaron, so I'm going to give it to Aaron because that's on my list here too. So
yeah, I was showing Aaron as well.
I mean, it may go down to the milliseconds. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. But all right, so Argento fan, you won Bloody Birthday. I believe Argento fan is in UK though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have to tell me. So Argento fan, these are US ones. So if you have a region-free one, I'll send you this one. But if you don't, I will find a way to get you one that's your region. So you just let me know when you give me your address. No worries.
There we go. What else we got? What's next?
About Reanimator.
Reanimator.
Yeah, Reanimator.
You got a question
Lloyd.
for this one?
I got questions. You got answers?
Hell yeah, I got answers.
What kind of answers you got?
I got the answer to your question, baby.
Oh, do you?
Hell yeah, I got it.
Oh. I don't know. Let's think. Maybe answer questions. How about this? Tell me one of the movies from our 1987 list. Boom. Let's see how we can do this first.
Okay. You watch YouTube. I got Twitch. No answers yet.
As if they're going to come out like 1,000 at the same time.
Tyler Burrows just gave us the wrong answer. He said the Lost Boys.
You're a Lost Boy.
Mirthquake. I got Mirthquake first. I got Mirthquake with Society.
But Tyler said Lost Boys. Lost Boys is our 87s.
I know. That wasn't on tonight's list, right?
No, I said 87.
Oh, you wanted to go 87. I thought you said tonight's list.
No, I said 87.
Okay. Well, there you go. Tyler won then.
I was so confused. Tyler's confused too. Don't worry, Tyler. We're confused together. Tyler's like, what?
I've lost my mind tonight. Okay, well, there you go. Tyler Burrows won.
I had a lot of laughs.
Tyler,
tonight.
man, you got Reanimator
Thanks,
coming to you. You just let me know where I'm going to send it. And it comes to you.
And Stephen Burt just super chatted us for $20. He said I had a lot of laughs tonight. Thank you. So he said I had a lot of laughs. I had a lot of laughs tonight. Thanks, guys. Man, that was hard to get out.
We scared the hell out of you, Stephen.
I think I scared the hell out of myself.
All right, Dream Demon, guys.
Holy mackerel! We are giving away some shiznit tonight.
All right, Dream Demon. If you've already won tonight, you can't win again. So we've got 4 winners so far. We're going to go for number 5 here for the newly released Arrow Videos Dream Demon.
That's right.
All you have to do to win this is tell me who played Freddy Krueger. It's easy.
Oh my God, Charles. Who played Freddy Krueger?
Played Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Cougar.
Freddy Krueger. That's what I said. Fatty Wap.
Fetty Wap. All right. Who we got here?
Oh,
David Dugas.
David!
That came up first. David Dugas won. He did
David.
spell it wrong, though. Are we going to take that answer? Because the next one up was spelled correctly on Twitch.
I'm going to leave that up to you, Lloyd. You have to make that decision.
I'll give it to him.
Give it to David.
I'm giving it to David.
David knew who he was talking about. David's not screwing around tonight.
He knew he was talking about. It's probably autocorrect pulled up England.
I'll say that too, because my autocorrect does some weird stuff sometimes, guys.
Yeah.
So, guys, we got through the 80s. So, hopefully, Todd said I got to make these a little harder. I made a couple hard, Todd, but I can't be mean. Come on.
Yeah, you know
Gotta
what?
be quick and fun.
It's just about being fun. It's about being fun. So let's make this clear right here and right now. You have to contact us via our Facebook Texas Frightmare Weekend page.
Yes.
To get these.
Please, because it makes it so much easier. And if I know a couple of you guys have won in the past shows, so you may have sent it to me before, but even if you did, just message us again. You don't have to fill it out again and just say, this is so-and-so, I won this. So, because it makes it easier to find it.
It makes it a lot easier, and it's getting hard trying to track people down to find the winners and stuff like that. So
everybody, if you've watched these, we appreciate it. This has been a fun series, okay? We started in 1980, and we didn't know what the hell we were doing, okay? And we moved on to 81. In 81, we tried to go through every movie, and that didn't work.
And that turned into a 3-hour show.
It turned down to like 6 hours of like 2 shows. Then we finally got our shit together in 82, guys. So if you've hung with us since the beginning, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. We enjoy doing this. Look at what we gave away today. All thanks to Arrow Video. We got Dream Demon, Reanimator, Bloody Birthday, Society, and Black Rainbow.
Thank you to
Jeez,
Arrow,
guys.
and please show some love to Arrow Video, guys. Support them, support their label. We're not going to mince any words about it. They are our sponsor for Texas Frightmare Weekend, so we're gonna plug them. And what makes it easy is they have some great stuff. So it's not hard to plug a company that releases great titles every year consistently. So.
They really do. They bring out the stuff that's hard to find that we want to see. And we're going to have some more with them coming down the road. I think we've been kind of throwing around some ideas with them for some shows. So we'll see what comes up with it. Because they're super knowledgeable, and I think it'd be fun. So now we are going to continue. We're going to go back in time, though. We're going to start next Wednesday in the year 1970. 1970.
Yep. There's already questions. People are asking us about 1990. But no. When we zig, when you think we're going to zig, then we zag. So we're zagging back to 1970.
So one thing I'm going to do too, guys, is I kind of want to get everybody's opinion on all these movies we did. So what I want to do so I can make a video for our YouTube is I'm going to take every movie we discussed throughout the 80s. That's a lot of damn movies. But I'm going to put them on a basically like a poll form. So you guys can choose 3 movies. And then based on the response of everybody, I'm going to do a top 10 video of everybody's favorite 1980s movies as chosen by you guys. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do that. I think that'll be a lot of fun just to see what everybody picks. I have a feeling I know what the top 10 are going to be, but I'm going to do it.
All right. All right. And somebody, Travis Brown, already says Godzilla movies. So, yeah.
Godzilla movies. I mean, yeah. I can get down with Godzilla.
We can do some Godzilla.
I can do some kaiju.
We can do some kaiju.
Why not?
And
we got Arrow Video's set coming out soon of Gamera. So
yep, we can definitely do some Gamera.
I think Travis is just throwing out movies. He just says The Fly, 1886. Oh, is that one of your favorites? I think he's talking about his favorites from the 80s. Cool.
Yeah,
I agree with you. That's a good one. I'm interested to see what everybody chooses, though, but it could be fun. So let's move to the 70s. Other than that, I think we're kind of wrapped up, guys. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean we're completely done with the 80s. We're going to find lots of reasons to revisit the 80s because we all love 80s horror flicks, so that's not the end of the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking we'll probably do, like, you know, as stuff comes out, we'll probably do a focus on, like, individual movies or stuff like that, or directors, maybe. Mm-hmm. Just more in detail because, you know, a lot of these movies, we can only spend a few minutes on each of these movies for the show, but a few of these movies I could talk about for like half an hour for like one movie and director, you know? So,
yeah.
The oddest thing that Stephen Birch saw on the list was Boxer's Omen. Oh, we should have brought that trailer back out for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that queued up, but.
So guys, Saturday.
Hang on.
Saturday. Sorry. What's up? You okay?
Yeah, sorry. I hit the wrong button. I went back. I had the Black Rainbow trailer playing again.
we'll be back on Saturday, guys. I know originally we weren't going to be on Saturday because I was going to be out of town, but there's COVID, so I just want to hang out with you guys at home. So that's what I'm doing Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're going to have Charles Band on.
Got Charles Band. I kind of emailed him real quick when I figured out that we were indeed going to do a show this Saturday, and Charlie was like, yeah, I'd love to come on. So we're going to do a quick little chat with him and see what's going on in his world, which has got to be crazy because he's doing those crazy Tiger King parody movies right now. Yeah. So
Barbie and Kendra, whatever it is, the Tiger King. I'm just like, Lord.
Yeah, and we've already got people scheduled for the future. So the weekend,
some good ones.
After we've got Tracy Lords and Chris Rowe.
Lords is coming.
Tracy Lords is coming. Yes, that is correct, Charles. Truer words were never said.
I've met her so much over the years, and she's always so sweet. She's always so nice.
Oh my God, she is. She really is.
You guys know the auction. We're doing the Frightmare HQ auction that benefits Irving Cares. That's running until July 26th. So July 26th, all bidding, of course, is online, but me and Loyd will be live as the auctions end to just talk about some of the stuff. And we're still randomly throwing stuff up there, too. So me and Loyd get bored. We're like, let's put this up there, too. All right.
Yeah, I keep finding stuff. I keep digging things out, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I had all of these, and then I put them on the website. So I'm sure we'll have more stuff on the auction page. I'm really excited about that because we're benefiting Irving Cares with that auction. So help us out with that. We've got so much going on, man. I've been busier during this pandemic than I've seems like I've been my whole life. So it's pretty cool.
I work a full-time job during the day. Come here and I do all this stuff at night. So I haven't stopped. We're just always going. So
we're always going, man. Matt Orsman is asking about this week's Twitch movie. That's all set up and ready to go. Tell us about that, Charles.
So we're continuing the kind of trend from last week. We're going to show Terror Train. So Terror Train will be at 7. We've got Mitch and Dan, who are one of our Twitch listeners. They'll be on joining us. And we're going to watch Terror Train. It's a fun movie. It's one I think I can do a really fun commentary for. Unlike Train to Busan, which is a good movie and just depressed me to try to make a fun of it.
Yeah.
But I love that movie. It's good, though. I'm excited, though, guys. Excited. Got some good stuff. Thank you to everybody, And as Loyd said, we've got the posters. We're going to give those out to the Patreon tier 3 people. Send them out to you. You're going to have a nice poster of us.
So
and I think Loyd will sign 2 of these. 2 of these are going to be on the auction. We'll sign these.
Yeah, and they'll be signed. So, if you guys, do you guys want to raid somebody on Twitch? If you want to raid somebody on Twitch, head over there to Twitch and join us, and let's raid. And somebody give me a suggestion. Who do you want us to raid this time? Let's raid somebody new. Richard Nettleson says raid. That would be fun. And while we're waiting on that, let's talk about Todd Lewis commented. He said, "Is Stop the Stigma still active?" They are still, as far as I know, they are an active organization, but we're switching gears and we're supporting someone else from this point forward, and that is Irving Cares. That's who we're going to support now. So that's the answer to that. Who should we raid, Charles? I don't have any suggestions yet. Somebody give me some suggestions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know Twitch very well. So I don't... If you guys got anybody who does a live stream, we'll raid them. If not, I guess we'll end.
So somebody says Joe Virus.
All right. Why not?
Who is Joe Virus?
He's Joe Virus.
Is that
He's
his
a guy named
username?
Joe.
I need to look that up and figure it out. Let's see.
TwitchTV.JoeVirus.
Did you find it?
Yeah, and he's live right now.
He is? Okay, so let's raid Joe Virus. It's Joe Virus, all one word, right?
Yeah.
He's the DJ at the church, Richard Nettleson said. Oh, okay, well that's cool, because we lost the church and Lizard Lounge, so let's go raid him.
Let's listen to some music. Let's go for
all right. So if you're on Twitch with us, we're going over to Joe Virus right now.
Sweet. And then we're going on YouTube, guys. So I'll see you guys next time.
And we'll see y'all later. Okay, so we're still live on
YouTube.
Okay, we rated them successfully.
Perfect.
And we're still live on YouTube. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to our YouTube people. Y'all have a
Jokes
good
on them
one.
on Twitch, guys. We're just going to keep doing the show for another hour. So we just wanted to get rid of Twitch. Here we are.
Here we go.
1970. Let's start.
All right, we're ending now.